Some of you perhaps maybe aren't up to speed. Some of you maybe aren't with the program, so to speak, and maybe wondering why I've stopped reviewing Impact over the past, let's say, month or so. The point blank simple answer is I haven't watched in over a month. The product got that bad to the point where I no longer could find any redeeming qualities to justify me watching all or even a portion of Impact anymore. It got that bad. For all the gloom and doom that people always talk about with TNA, and sometimes it's just the kind of chic, popular thing to do, you know, I almost really buy that 2014 could be TNA's last year of existence. That's how bad this shit has gotten. And that's how terrible this shit has gotten. And it astounds me that almost 1 million people are even still watching this crap on a week in, week out basis. And you look at their quarterly hour ratings every single week, and it's funny how they start off with one audience, and the audience they end with is much differently. They lose audience all throughout the show each and every single week. And why is that? Because the people start off watching it and then realize what crap they're watching, see what crap they're watching, and they go click, click, click. And that's basically what I did. I'm like, you know what? I can't justify watching this drizzling shit for 2 hours every single week. I can't even see anymore how anybody could justify this. Even the most hardcore and ardent of TNA supporters, if anything, they should be the ones that are the most pissed off. They should be the ones that are the most disappointed with this crap. They should be the ones speaking out the loudest, not trying to mask TNA's obvious deficiencies and trying to sit there and excuse and justify every pathetic thing that they do. Because otherwise they're never going to change and they're never going to get any better. And you can clearly see that in 2014 here. Oh my God. Now, I said that I would give them one more chance with Slammiversary 2014. Now, some of you will sit there and say, well, you said that about, like, Bound for Glory, and you said that about Lockdown, and da-da-da. Well, you know what? The thing is, though, is I actually didn't stop watching Impact after those shows. I actually did stop watching Impact for about a month, actually a little bit more, heading into Slammiversary. So I'm no longer emotionally invested in this company at all. So it'll be very easy for me to just stop watching it and put it on the back burner and forget all about it. And that's their fault, not mine. They've made it that way for me. That company, their management, their decision-making, their creative process, their booking, their lack of promotion and marketing and advertising, and so many other dumb dick decisions that they've made have made me completely not care about the TNA Impact Wrestling product anymore. Not shame on me. Shame on Dixie Carter and everybody involved with that company. John Gaburik, the Dave Laganas of the world, everybody should be ashamed of yourselves. Just look at this Slammiversary card, and I'll put it down below in the description box. There's a total of 9 announced matches. And I'm looking, and I'm like, the only good thing about me not watching for the past month plus is that some of these matches are actually new. Some of these feuds are new. So that could carry a little bit of intrigue for me heading into the show Sunday to kind of get caught up on what's been going on, to get caught up and see what they end up doing and how they go from here. But I look at a lot of these matches on the card and I'm just like, this is supposed to be one of their biggest shows of the fucking year and this is what they're giving me? Like you've got the Von Erich kids, you know, Kevin Von Erich's kids wrestling a yet-to-be-announced tag team I would assume would be the Bromans. This is on your main pay-per-view, a pay-per-view you are actually expecting people to plunk down big money for. This is the type of match you give them? The Von Erichs versus a random team that you haven't announced yet, that if it's the Bromans, you already know what you're going to fucking get with that crappy match. That's what you've decided is important to have on one of your biggest, most important shows of the year? Ugh. Like Mr. Anderson, James Storm, could be good, could be shit. Willow Magnus, could be good, could be shit. Samoa Joe, Bobby Lashley definitely fits in the category. Could be surprisingly good. Could be a total drizzling pile of shits. You've got a Knockouts title match that, you know, even though I haven't watched it over a month, I still don't give a fuck about this because it's the same old shit I've seen time and time before. Gail Kim, Angelina Love, okay? Don't give a fuck. You know, Texas Death Match. You got Bully Ray, ECIII. Why does Bully Ray seem to have some type of special stipulation almost every single one of his pay-per-view matches? Has this storyline gotten to the point where it actually requires a freaking death match between Bully Ray and ECIII? Please tell me. Because when I last was watching, you know, a little over a month ago, I think they were just starting this feud. So in the course of a month's time, we've gone from a feud beginning to now they're having a fucking Texas death match? That's the type of stupid shit that you expect out of a TNA. Random stipulations thrown in at the wrong freaking time without the purpose or consequence or necessary justification for them being placed on the card. Now, I look at Austin Aries and Kenny King, and I expect that to be at least decent. I hope it to be decent. That's one of the few redeeming things to me about this show. You know, you look at the ladder match for the X Division title. You got the 6 guys in there. You know, is this going to be a match that gets plenty of time, or these guys are going to really go balls to the walls and they're really going to make an impact, so to speak, pardon the pun, and they're really going to steal the show and they're really going to set the momentum for the night? Or is this just going to be a 10-minute curtain jerker that some people sit there and try to excuse as being great when it's anything but, and so many of you will ultimately be left wanting so much more? You know, we've seen these type of X Division title matches that you think in the surface are going to be so much better than they ultimately end up being. Especially when you saw a lot of these Ultimate X matches in recent years. You're like, that's it? That's an Ultimate X match? Well, you didn't even fucking need it. That was stupid. You know, in this ladder match here for the X Division title, it's good that they're getting these guys on the pay-per-view. It's good that they got this type of match on the card. But they need to give it time, and it needs to work. And if they are going to put it in that traditional X Division title curtain jerker spot, then by God, they need to give it time, and they need to let it explode. They need it to be fucking chaos and anarchy. Usually I'm a proponent of storytelling in your matches, but sometimes you could tell stories just through flips and kicks and twists and bumps and all types of shit. One match on the card does it, then make it this match, open the show with it, give it 20 minutes, and really set the tone for the rest of the night. I doubt they will, though, because this is TNA we're talking about. And then you get the World Heavyweight Championship match, where I'm of the philosophy that even though MVP winning the belt in a steel cage match against Eric Young would really truly represent more of the same old shit, a dominant heel faction running TNA, a freaking power struggle storyline, and a former WWE guy who is a WWE reject wins their World Heavyweight Championship over a TNA guy. But it has got so bad with Eric Young, and he has performed so poorly as a TNA World Heavyweight Champion that I am clearly and truly in the camp of anybody but Eric Young. And if that means MVP at this point to get to that result of getting that fucking belt off of Eric Young, then so fucking be it. I really want TNA to impress me on Sunday. I really want TNA to pleasantly surprise me on Sunday. I really want TNA to deliver a pay-per-view that you could actually justify paying a pay-per-view price for. I have absolutely zero confidence that TNA will be able to accomplish any of that this Sunday, and fully expect that at the end of the night I will be sitting there and saying, you know what? I'm glad I stopped watching. I'm mad I watched this show. And I'll make sure I don't make that mistake again anytime soon. Now, let me know if you're ready to watch Slammiversary on Sunday, if you're even going to watch Slammiversary on Sunday, if you think this is going to be a good show, if you think this is going to be a bad show, if you're like me and recently tuned out the TNA product, why did you tune it out? Are you going to give them another chance? And what would it take for them to get you back as a wrestling fan? I want to see all of that in the comment section. Let me know, please.